Hey y'all, it's behind the screen here, and I normally I don't really want to call it serious, but more like drama filled videos, but something has kind of happened along like the D&D side of YouTube over the past week or so. So there has been some drama between MinMaxed and OneShotQuesters, two distinctive channels on YouTube. Now, I will get to my side of things, what's happening, all that stuff in a second. This is all completely off memory. I didn't have time to write a script for this video, but pretty much I just wanted to explain first who these creators are. So let's start with MinMaxed. MinMaxed is a new D&D series, an actual campaign, being held by a bunch of content creators joining together, and they all have some sort of martial arts-y background, except for the DM, who is like a D&D content creator, Tater the Bard. Now, the creators that are actually playing the game, not the DM, there's Cell Sword Arts, there is Jacques the Whipper, there is Bensei, and there's also Blumenek, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. And they have been planning this special campaign for a few months now. They announced it a couple months ago, but they've been planning for it for far longer than that. And their first episode did release about it was about a week ago, actually. A week ago, 8 days-ish, somewhere around there, around the time of me recording this video. And it did go pretty well. They did have some tech issues, which we knew what was going to happen. It was their first time doing this, and they did not have the funds to be able to do it, so they had set up a GoFundMe for the fans to help them support this big project. And they were originally only asking for $20,000, but they ended up raising over $100,000 because the fans really, really wanted to see this project, because these are some of the bigger content creators in the martial arts space right now. So now that you know a little bit about MinMaxed, let's talk a bit about OneShotQuesters. OneShotQuesters kind of rode the high of the 2020-2021 pandemic era of short-form content, where everybody was stuck at home, scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, whatever it was, and his skits exploded in popularity. They were mainly centered around this horny bard character and this evil king character. And I mean, looking back on it, they're a little bit cringe, but it was 2020. We were all a little bit cringe at that time. Now, prior to this incident, and actually another incident a few years ago, but prior to that, people really did like Duke, who is the guy behind OneShotQuesters. He was a really nice guy, and people had good things to say about him. But he had a tendency sometimes to try to make himself the victim of situations that he didn't really need to make himself the victim of. Like, for example, he rebranded his channel numerous times, too many to count. And I believe in 2023, don't quote me on the year. I believe it's 2023. He announced that he was going to be stepping away from D&D content. And to summarize his post that he did, he pretty much fired his team. He did not have a team anymore. It was just him. And he was jealous of the other content creators who got sent free books, free merchandise, whatever it may be, from Wizards of the Coast. He never got any of that. But that was a different problem many years ago, so let's talk about this problem that's happening right now between MinMaxed and OneShotQuesters. So OneShotQuesters uploaded a video. It was originally titled, "I'm Done Being Scared to Speak Up," but he changed it to just a period. You can see the video, wrong side, right there, and he had a lot of things to say in it. My cats are breaking something right now. So Duke goes on a rant about MinMax's use of the money and the promises that they made. He rants for so long about many different things, but here are a few of the takeaways that I saw from his video. He accused MinMaxed of mishandling their money. He pointed out about how the mic system they used wasn't good and that they should have gotten better ones, and the fact that the cameras, he was really, really upset about the cameras for some reason. He was upset that there was too much space, for example, you see me right now, there's some space right here, right? There's some space, it's whatever. but he was upset at that space. He pretty much wanted the cameras to be right in front of their face and only their face, with no background or anything like that whatsoever. Which, number one, is completely ridiculous, and number two, I mean, the biggest D&D creators, Critical Role, do you know how much space they have on their face cams? They have a tremendous amount of space. Like, it's ridiculous to even point that out as a flaw in this production. And also, this is the first episode. Keep that in mind. The first episode. And he uploaded this video about a little less than 24 hours later. And he also accused them of stealing the GoFundMe money. Because MinMaxed made, a number of videos this pretty much saying what they're using the money for, what they were buying, etc., just so the fans knew what exactly they were buying. And he was upset that they didn't use all of it. They thought that they were trying to run away with the rest of the money. But MinMaxed did make a follow-up video, replying to OneShotQuesters' video, pretty much stating that they saved the money for future seasons, because they were planning to do future seasons. Now, I will say, before we get too much further, I am a small channel. I know that. I have 44 subscribers. I have barely 1,000 views across my entire channel right now, which thanks a lot, by the way. I do appreciate it, but I'm nowhere close to the star level as MinMaxed or OneShotQuesters, so my voice may not matter too much, but I still feel like, at least being somewhat of a D&D content creator, even as small as I am in the space, I feel like I at least need to share my piece and a little bit of what's happening just so other people are aware. Because I was one of the people who watched OneShotQuesters back in the 2020 days. I was cooped up at home. I had nothing to do. I was like sophomore, junior in high school. I can't remember exactly which, but I was on TikTok all the time. I love D&D, and so I always watched his videos. They were hysterical to me. But it gets to a point where it's clear that he's getting incredibly unhappy. If you look at his channel right now, the video that he posted before this, a regular video, has 23,000 views. And the one before that has 30,000. The one before that has 28,000. His views are incredibly down right now. And he posts this video, it gets 300,000 views in a week. So I don't know if this is an attempt to gain more traction somehow. I don't know. It's just really not making sense. But it will make sense in a second, at least a little bit, because it turns out this entire rant about, MinMax mismanaging the money, MinMax, doing terrible stuff apparently, and that they're it's hell on earth with MinMax or whatever. It turns out this whole reason why he's doing this is for a job application to MinMaxed. What the hell are we doing, man? I mean, so shortly after MinMaxed made their response video, OneShotQuesters changed the title to just a period, like I said before, and he also put a long message in the description and the comment section. And I will read that to you now. You can skip ahead if you don't want to hear all of it, because it's pretty long. But here's what he wrote. This part I am writing is for fans of mine, SSA, the creators involved, and MinMaxed. A clarification point to be made on my end. When that email was sent to SSA, I had a talent manager running that email at the time. What he is referencing there is that he had actually reached out to MinMaxed, not MinMaxed, Sellsword Arts, 2 years ago for a collaboration, and he pretty much ghosted them, even though they had already agreed. So it was kind of a little bit fishy there, but that's what he's referencing right here, is that it wasn't him sending the message, it was a talent manager, even though in the email it says, hey, this is Duke, which, I guess you could say a talent manager is impersonating him, but talent managers don't do that. They will tell you, hey, I represent, this channel, I represent this person, whatever it may be, so that wouldn't make any sense. I was trying to produce a short-form project, and they told me they would be handling all the reach-outs, communication, etc. Still was busy on my end taking care of other projects and needing to watch my daughter more since my wife's hours for work were increased. I was not informed that SSA was reached out to, nor was written to you like it came from me. I'm so sorry about that confusion with communication. Alright, and then here's the next bit. Earlier today, before the video released, I sent you an email explaining additional context on why I felt and responded to the way I did. In that email, I also offered my services to you and MinMaxed in helping create this project. Comment to my video said to reach out and also wanted your thoughts on this as well, so I'm putting that out there. If any of you would like to see what I'm offering for helping produce MinMaxed, here's a link detailing my ideas. He links a Google slideshow presentation of just a Google slideshow presentation of his skills, what he would bring to the table. Let me read you a few of his ideas, shall I? So he actually added to the end of his slideshow, saying that this is the plan that he suggested that was received negatively, so he took it down to avoid more pretty much hate. And one of the plans he had that he was trying to pitch was that to stop post-production on Season 1 and restart Season 1 with the mistakes learned from the first time producing this. Post original Season 1 as a free Patreon reward if fans wanted to see the original footage. He wanted them to stop Season 1 and put it on Patreon instead. No wonder you took it down. This is dumb as hell. I mean, it gets to the point where I don't even know what he's trying to do. He was originally bashing them, calling this production pathetic. That's the word he used. He called it pathetic and pretty much ripped into it just to be like, oh, by the way, you guys hiring at all? Free? I can do it for free. It's like, what do you want? You can't have best of both worlds. Like, what? But anyways, here is the rest of the comment. I understand this is not my channel. I understand this is not my project. I understand this is not my baby or vision, and you have all the right to just tell me no to any or all of my offers, and I would understand. What I do want to say though is I was also excited about this project, and from what the first episode brought us, I know it can be so much greater. If you want to keep doing this for seasons to come, and possibly more, then you need help with the production side with someone who knows how to run productions like this. Also, being a local helps. For context, they're filming in Texas. He also lives in Texas. I'm pretty sure he lives like 20 minutes away, so he's saying being a local helps. I have also reached out stating that I would like to meet up and discuss things further about my video and SSA's response. The last thing I want to bring up is about my response video. I currently have comments blocked out of respect for this video, but the video is still up. There's still a couple of points I don't feel comfortable with even after this response, but that's all I will say. If SSA and I happen to meet up and conversations and understandings go well, I will take the video down and provide an update if necessary. I give everyone here the right to be mad, frustrated, disappointed, upset, or downright disgusted with me. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm not asking for support in this. Okay, so hang on. I just realized. He's giving everyone the right to be upset. You don't have to give us the right to be upset. What you said about MinMaxed, the way that you trashed this entire thing that took months to plan and everything like that, he completely tore them apart with every little detail, and claiming that they didn't meet all the promises and everything. It's just downright infuriating. Like, this is a passion project, and again, the first episode, yes, there were some tech issues. That happens. It's not like they do this for a living. They don't do D&D content for a living as of right now. With MinMaxed, they probably will. But it's to the point where it's like, just give it up. Like, they are trying their best, and again, I have to reiterate this, the first episode. What did you expect? Critical Role level of production from from people who have never done that level of production before? Like, cut them some slack, dude. Jeez. Okay, continuing with the comment. I've said what I've said, and I'm taking responsibility in the repercussions. No one other than me was a part of the decision to make this video, so the only person to point at is me, if that's what you'd like to do. If you ever feel like I earned your trust back in the future, I am happy to reunite. I will provide updates as necessary to this description. I'm reading from the description. You put it in the description and in the comment. The first I have heard from them is from my reply on their response video. I have not heard anything about if they are open to talking with emails I have sent over 6 hours ago now. He is still bitter. He sent them emails 6 hours ago, as of the writing of the description, and they haven't responded, and he's like, oh, they didn't respond. Dude, just get... This makes me so upset. This entire thing makes me so upset. And also, I will say, during OneShotQuesters' video, he was moved to tears by the end of it by how upset he was. And he was yelling, and he was extremely passionate about it. And MinMaxed's response to the video was completely different. They were extremely professional. They explained all of the parts that he accused them of, about where the money was going, about the production issues, where they get their production equipment, and all that stuff. But what really got to me was, because again, they're professional throughout the entire video. I will say, Sellsword Arts is the one who made the video on the MinMaxed channel, so it wasn't the entire crew, it was just Sellsword Arts. But they, at I believe 13 minutes into the video, David, who one of the members of Sellsword Arts, says that, after all this work and finally being so excited to release episode 1 of MinMaxed, and seeing this kind of response 24 hours later, it hurt them. He just straight up said it hurts a lot. And I felt extremely bad because they don't deserve that. They put all of their time and effort into making this video for the purposes of entertaining people. That's what they are. They're entertainers. And for someone to get so butthurt about it, it just sucks. It just sucks, man. So, again, I know, I'm a small channel, 44 subscribers, my voice probably won't reach much of anyone, but I still wanted to get it out there, because this is important for anyone in the D&D space. Your tech doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, literally, me right now, I'm filming on a $40 webcam off of Amazon. Your tech doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't. You'll figure it out with experience. I have 14 videos posted. I'm still learning with experience. I just wish that if OneShotQuesters had issues with the production of MinMaxed, he would have gone to them and been hey, I have some questions about, your use of the money, yada yada, instead of putting out an entire hit piece on them. It's just not fair. This is not fair to anyone involved. And I hope MinMaxed continues. I know they will, but I just hope that they don't let it get to them too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing great. And again, some of the tech issues, some of the camera issues, whatever it may be, you'll figure it out with time. It'll be alright. But that was my little rant on that, just that entire situation that has been going on. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, my schedule is a campaign video every Tuesday, a regular video every Thursday and Saturday, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see that. I think that's all I got. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'll see you next session.